Watto. The Simpsons. It started off as a cartoon in the 1980s or 90s on the Tracy Ullman Show, a host show that most people these days never even heard of, past, present or future. The Simpsons grew in popularity from its days as being the least animated, least designed and all-round least made cartoon in existence. I've seen 10-year-olds make paintings with more quality, to the Disney-sized Goliath it is today. However, The Simpsons has flaws. Mainly flaws in its belief systems, its ideologies. The Simpsons is overrated. Just so you know, I made another video, however my phone stopped recording less than 15 minutes. Therefore I've made this other video and I'll try and be quicker. The Simpsons. As it is the current year of this video, 2019, The Simpsons has reached around 20 seasons, perhaps 21, hence how I mentioned around 21 seasons. The Simpsons consists of many characters that can be identified with by a tiny fraction of the human species, as 99.9% of the human race cannot identify with any Simpsons character. But that just makes The Simpsons more unique. But of course, The Simpsons are flawed. The Simpsons are overrated. The Simpsons are made by an atheistic scumbag called Matt Groening. And atheist scumbag Matt Groening is atheistic, authoritarian, all-around, complete scum. So, as Matt Groening has gone to make other cartoons like Futurama and Disenchantment, all the people who write for The Simpsons must have increased their quality dramatically. As the time the Futurama was made, The Simpsons pretty skyrocketed in its visual quality. But visual quality is not everything, and Matt Groening is still complete scum, regardless of the cartoon. The Simpsons consists of blind atheism and mockery of anything that is of religion, spirituality, or even cryptozoology or belief in aliens or extraterrestrial life, even ancient aliens. That's a flaw common in adult cartoons, be it Family Guy, The Simpsons, The Cleveland Show, American Dad, South Park. It is quite common for people to mock religion or aliens or any belief that is outside of a narrow viewpoint. Also, The Simpsons is authoritarian. That's authoritarian or psychiatrically aligned. There's a word for you to test for today. Psychiatrically aligned. If it's not a real term, then consider it a real term now. Psychiatrically aligned, as in being aligned with psychiatry and having faith or trust in psychiatry or psychology, or person of such a field like psychiatry or psychology, as opposed to having trust in somebody who actually has a soul. So you can either trust a psychiatrist or a person who actually has a soul. The Simpsons is too psychiatrically aligned, as the characters who are deemed as being quote-unquote crazy and are depicted as being quote-unquote crazy in the typical depictions in fiction are always carted off in the ambulance or sent all the way to a medical hospital. Instead of real medicine, it's psychiatry. If you are also psychiatrically aligned, or you're an atheist, then feel free to argue against me in the comment section. Also, unlike Matt Groening, I am smart. I am open to debate, discussions, arguing or fighting. So feel free to argue in the comment section. Also, Matt Groening, or rather The Simpsons, is pacifistic, as they are against all forms of being confrontational, even even portraying people of an alpha male ideology as being as just people compensating for a tiny human genital, or buying Hummers, also as compensation for a tiny male genitalia. So The Simpsons is anti-alpha male, occasionally anti-beta male as well, as they have characters like Milhouse or Ned Flanders, who can be considered pacifistic, but not so much in a bad way. Milhouse in a bad way, but Ned Flanders is a good guy. So that's 3. Blind atheism or skepticism, psychiatrically aligned. They're against any form of confrontation, be it war, being an alpha male, or anything manly. Constant mockery. I know it's a cartoon for adults, therefore it would have a bit of mockery for the purpose of references, but it would appear The Simpsons have gone too far. The Simpsons will mock literally anything, regardless of it being bad or good, and always portray it as being a mockery of something for being bad. So instead of being harmless mockery as a bit of human fun that people behind the scenes can laugh with each other, it's all mockery out of criticism, but it's a bad criticism as it's mockery. These videos do tend to time out far too quickly, so I'll just end here. Matt Groening is a fucking retard. That's what I can say on the matter. I made nearly 15 minutes on this phone. It timed out, so I'm not wasting my chances at more than 8 minutes. But just before I go, Matt Groening is a fucking retard, and he deserves death without exemption. Simpsons must be destroyed and ended completely. There are billions of fans who think The Simpsons are perfect, but as clearly shown by the internet memes, the overpopularity, and all the flaws mentioned, plus flaws I will mention in the comment section, The Simpsons is overrated and fucking retarded. The Simpsons must end.